College was not always on Alana McWilliams' radar. That changed, however, because of Josh Shepis, coach of the cross-country team at Newman. After his encouragement and help, Alana decided to give Newman a try. The fast friendships she made and memories she quickly began building were the validation she needed that she made the right choice. For Alana, one of the biggest takeaways from her time in cross-country was learning that she could do really hard things. It was Coach Shepis who taught her that.
So he was always drawing everybody that he interacted with to take it to the next level, to put more effort in. And that was one of the things is Shepis wasn't a good coach because he didn't make me a better runner. I always had that ability in me, but he had the talent to bring those characteristics out.
Outside of athletics, Alana was inspired by the dedication and attentiveness of her professors and other staff members. She remembers always feeling valued and respected while at Newman.
One of the great things about Newman is the people, the ability to really engage in a authentic way. No matter if you were a student or if you're a staff member, it was kind of everybody mattered.
Alana's Newman experience helped shape her into the person she is today. Her strong faith is what drives her to work and volunteer in her community. She recently left her full-time job to begin homeschooling her daughters who had been diagnosed with dyslexia. In doing so, she has become a strong advocate for all children living with the diagnosis.
I just had this overwhelming sense of peace, not necessarily audible voice of God, but just you are everything your kids need, you're equipped. I developed all the curriculum, all of the online stuff, all of the tools. I really wanted to take that, next step with them, but it was just really clear that it was time to focus on education. So that's what we did.
Alana took part in creating 2 faith-based organizations that helped her connect with other parents while developing resources for herself and others with the same needs. One of those programs, Designed to Learn, provides individualized instruction using evidence-based practices that is tailored to support students with dyslexia. Advocating for dyslexia awareness and its effects on literacy is a passion of hers, and she feels honored and privileged to be in a position to prompt change.
Structured literacy and doing things in the right scope and sequence and being systematic, explicit, and multisensory are going to help these kids. I'm privileged now that I'm home with the kids to be able to have the time, and I would say mental energy to be able to invest in, hey, how do we stay on top of addressing the literacy crisis? We've got 238,000 elementary kids that aren't getting what they need. So we need to make sure that the money that we're investing, the training that we're giving our teachers so that when they get into the classroom, they have what they need to help those kids crack the code.
Alana said she is simply doing what God has led her to do. Her goal and hope is that everything she is doing now will leave a legacy and be a strong example for her daughters to live out their own faith-filled paths.
If we think about it, the greatest work that I could ever do is not a job that I'm fulfilling for some person. It's really to invest into my children and get them ready. And then it's I invest into them, and then they're gonna have children and their children's children and their children's children. It becomes this legacy of love.
Congratulations, Alana McWilliams, recipient of the 2025 St. Maria de Mattias Award.